Hello, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Emmanuel. We'll learn how to bind and tag canvas items in this video. Before we step into the tutorial, make sure you smash the like button, click the subscribe button and pop the notification bell. Now let's get into the video. Welcome back guys. Let's get into binding canvas items. Just like you can bind items in Tkinter using the bind method, Canvas also has this feature built into it. This way we can bind canvas items individually to an event instead of binding the canvas itself only. So if you don't know what the bind method is, I talked about that in handling events in this same playlist or series, whatever you call it. So we'll be calling the bind method on a canvas object, but this time around it's the tag bind instead. So first, let's see how to bind canvas items. We'll create a bunch of colored squares that can be used to change the background of our root window, of our canvas object rather. So let's create those colored squares. Okay, so I'm gonna comment this. Now, since we know how to create rectangles, if you don't know how to create it, watch my last video. I'll link it in the description below, and you should see a suggestion card right now in the top, on the top right corner of your screen. Okay, so we're gonna come here now. We're gonna say canvas dot create rectangle. So for the rectangle, let me comment this. I think it's better we create this somewhere around there at the bottom. Okay, so for the first one, the first point, I'm gonna give it an X. Okay, I know what to do for this for the first and the second point. Fill, let's give it a fill of black, on shift D. So this one will be a fill of purple, and this will be a fill of I don't want to. Okay, let's just give it cyan anyhow. So yeah, we're gonna give it 400 for the Y, and for this I want it to be somewhere around here, okay. For this X here, this last point, that's 150 X, okay, 150. And for the other point, that's the top corner, and for the other point, I'm just gonna make it kind of a square, so I'm gonna add 50 to this. That'll be 200, and 50 to the Y, that'll be 450. Let the control B. Let's see what. Okay, yeah, this no coordinates in this yet, so I have to comment that. Sorry. Okay, so okay, this is what I want, somewhere around there. And the next one, I'm gonna copy this and paste it here. Control C, Control V, and then Control V. So now since this ends at 200, this is gonna start from 250. So we have a 50 space there, but see the same Y. Why this is gonna the other point is gonna be 50, so that will be 300. Why this other Y? Okay, so let's run it to see. So yeah, we have, that's what we want. And then for this other one, since it's 250, I'm gonna give that 350. So 150 to blah blah blah. This is gonna remain that, and for this is gonna be 400. So I do Control B, just follow the pattern. Now I can choose to just bring this down to this side a little, because this is not even the center. This is not the center. Okay guys, 100. Bring this to 150 and bring this to 200. And for this is gonna be 150. This is gonna be 200. I might not get to the center though, but let's try something. Okay, so this is too close. You know what guys, let's leave it this way. I could have done it the way I was doing it that way, and just add a space of 50 instead of 100 like this, but let's leave it this way. That's not the point of this video anyway. Now what we have to do here is we need to find a way of making sure we can click this, and that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be binding. So to bind, I'm going to come here. Now you can either use your ID, the unique number generated, or your tag. So I talked a bit about tags in the last video, so I'm just going to use a UID. That's the number returned whenever you create an object like this. Okay, so each of these have unique numbers. I'm going to put this as well. Control C, Control D, and then paste it there. Oh, I shouldn't have selected this anyway. I'm gonna remove that. Okay, Now I have UID for those. So when I get the UID for this, now what you have to do is just do canvas dot tag bind. Now I could have used the tag, but instead I'm going to use UID. Okay, now UID. Now the event pattern. If you don't know about this, watch my video on event handling. Check for the one on the thumbnail where you see event patterns. So I'm going to come here and then I'm going to say 1 or button 1. So this means whenever you left click. So what function do you want to call? So what I'm going to call is I'm going to call lambda. Let's create a function called change bg. Okay, so I'm going to define the function up here. We're going to define change bg. Now whenever I click on change bg, what we want to change is our canvas. I'm going to do canvas dot config. The background is going to be equals to, now so which means we need to pass something in here, the color. So we're going to put in color. We're going to put in color. But normally if I was writing a standard code, I'm not going to call the canvas this way because my functions might be somewhere else. Okay, so which means I'll have to put in the canvas here as an argument and pass the canvas in here. So even if I change the name of my canvas in here, I don't need to change it inside my functions. Okay, so let me show you that I prefer using good practice canvas. So this way you guys understand what I'm saying. I hope you guys really understand what I'm saying. So I'm going to use a lambda here instead and do lambda. So this takes in an argument. Okay, lambda change bg. So what we're going to do is we're going to pass in canvas. So even if I change the name, all my functions are somewhere else, and I change the name of the canvas in this code, and which means I'm also going to change it here, so I'll not have to change it inside my function. Okay, this is going to be whatever it is, and then I'm going to use it here. I hope you get what I'm saying. So if you know about functions, you understand what I'm saying. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to configure my background straight. Okay, so you don't have a lot of code here, as that is not the point. So we're going to do lambda e change bg. Now for this, the background color is going to be, the color is going to be black. I'm going to copy this. Okay, let me do Ctrl Shift D to duplicate, bring this beneath this, and bring this beneath this. Okay, that's Ctrl Shift arrow down. Let me press escape there. Now for this, the background is going to be black. This one, the background is going to be purple. This, the background is going to be cyan. Now which means whenever I left click, the UID here is what's going to be passed in here. The UID of this is what's going to be passed in. But as you can see, it might be hard to really manage it because we'll be building some complex apps sometime. So we're going to get into that later on. So if I click on this, the background changes to black. Okay, I better change this from black. My pentagon. The fill, okay, let me change the fill to just maybe a random color. Is there anything like df3? Okay, yeah, there's something like that. So if I click on this, black. Now you can't see this one because of the outline is also black. So I'm gonna come here and give this an outline of, okay, that's gonna be more than 79. So we're gonna say outline of white. Okay, let's just use white. Okay, now if I click on this, you can see black, purple, and then cyan. Okay, so that's how you use the tag bind, and that's what leads us to the difference between the bind and the tag bind. So event handling, if you see the bind here, event handling, okay, this is it here. If you see the bind here, we bind it to what we want, and then we just pass in the event. But in this case, we have to pass in the unique number of the item created, the sequence or the event pattern, and our callback function. That's how this works. Now another interesting thing about canvas is the tagging feature. The tagging allows us to tag our canvas items or give them a name that can be used to refer to them later, instead of trying to manage these unique numbers from our canvas items. That is to say, we can target the tags rather than targeting the unique numbers, and also modify the canvas items using the tags. So I'm going to show you how to use the tag here. Instead of using this, I'm going to do tag equals to black. Now I can put black in here and put black wherever else I want it. So I can delete this if I choose to. So I'm going to do Ctrl B. If I click on this, it changes. It works as usual. Okay, so now I don't have to start worrying about managing different tags. So you can do that for the rest. Make it black. Now also, a canvas item can have multiple tags. Okay, so I can do this, I can make it that way, tag. By the way, you can also make these tags if you want. It's gonna work. So I'm gonna tag and I'm gonna call it rect. Okay. So if I give this, let me delete this. I don't really need that. So rect. Now if I do this, oh my goodness, why did it take so long to find it? So I'm gonna do tag. Let me put these tags. Okay, so it's a bit descriptive. So tag, and I give this just the tag of rect. Now if I say, remember I can also configure items with tags. So if I come here and do, on clicking on it, if I'm gonna say if, okay, I'm gonna say item canvas dot item configure, then I'm gonna target the one with the rect. So I'm gonna target the one with tag of rect. Okay, if you watch my last video you should know about this. So this is how we configure items. You can either use the ID or the tag. Okay, now here I'm gonna pass in the outline. So all those that have rect, we have an outline of blue. So if I do Control B, okay, not Control N, Control B, it says invalid syntax. Where is the invalid syntax? Canvas the bind this. Okay, I've seen it. Yeah, I didn't close this bracket. Control B. Okay. Now, anytime I click on this, whenever this function is called, those with the tag of rect have the outline of blue, as you can see. Okay. Whenever I click on it, they still have the outline of blue. Except from this, it doesn't have that tag. Now, another cool thing is different canvas items can have the same tags, which means we can target multiple canvas items with the same tag and do whatever we want. If you don't understand that, that is what I just did, making this have the same tag name. Okay, so we can, it doesn't have to be unique tags, you can have the same tag name and target. That's what I just did. And for this, you can have multiple tags, okay, depending on what you want. So if you want to give it a tag for all, maybe you want to make people want to have a tag for all the boxes that change background colors, maybe give it a name. Boxes that change background color, just give a name, and then you can target that separately and just maybe target this as a rectangle separately. You get the idea there. Tags just make it a whole new thing on another level, very easy to use. Now if you wish to add tag later on your code, for example, I don't want to do this here, so let me just open Python. I actually prefer using Sublime for a reason. Maybe I'll explain that later, because now I don't have a lot of subscribers, guys, so please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. So I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna say I'll just skip this part. Okay, so this is what I did here. Now of course this is not going to work as normal. I'm gonna minimize this. I just want to show you guys some things. So I'm gonna create a bunch of elements here. Let me just grab this line. I'm going to create a line and do Control V. Okay, we haven't created the canvas object yet. As you can see, I changed the name. So this way, because we're not actually trying to see results, I just want to explain some things here. So if I do CV now, CV.cross, as you can see it returned 1. So if let me create another one, but this time around, okay, let me create a rectangle. Let me just grab this. Control C, Control V, Control V, and then if I run this, okay, 2. So if you want to add the tags later on in your code, maybe when you click on this button, I don't want to make this button more, I don't want it to be too much, and I want to be able to also explain things here to you guys. Now if I do cv.add tag, now if you're going to add tag, you're going to put in tag you want to add, then you're going to specify how you're going to add it, and then to which elements you want to add it to. So for example, in this case, I'm going to do, okay, add tag. So remember, I want to add tag of hello. Remember, none of these elements has any tag, so I'm going to do with tags. I want to add it with the tag of, now I need to either provide the ID or the tag of any of these items. Remember, these don't have any tags, so the ID of this is 1. By default, we know the first element item is usually 1, and this returned 1, so I'm going to put in 1 there. So if I do this, Now, and I do to get the tag name, I'm gonna do cv.get tags 1. As you can see, for the first element with the ID of 1, unique number of 1, it has hello, but the one with the 2 has nothing. So we can add tags that way. You can, if you put this, if you add your tags as different items in a tuple, it's gonna add it together as a string. So you can try that out to see how that works. By the way, so that's how you add tags. You can see cv.add tag dude. Now, we use an ID here, so I can also add a tag with tag and then provide the tag. So if I do hello, you know what, I'm gonna put hello here, hello, and I'm gonna do with tag. So I'm also going to add hello to this, to the second item. So I'm gonna put 2. So this way, if I do cv.get tags 2, we have that for this. Now if I do cv.get tag hello and I give it, okay, let me change this to dude, okay, and I give it hello. So what this will do is it's gonna check for all the items with tags of hello, and then it's gonna add this to all of those items. So it's gonna be additional tags to all of the items that have the tag of hello. So if I press enter and do get tags 1, this has hello, and 2 we also have hello. That's how that works basically. Okay, you're gonna add tag by specifying tag or the ID. It's as simple as that. So if I do add the tag, I'm gonna add there with tag, okay, and then you can pass in the ID of the elements or the tags. So you need to be careful whatever tag you put in here. If other elements has the tag, then it's going to add this tag to the other element as well. So you need to put in a tag specific to the item you want to add this tag to. Okay, so I hope you understand what I'm saying, guys. So if you want to add this tag to only one item, then you need to put it, whatever tag you add here should be a tag specific to just one item, canvas item. Okay, I think that's simple enough. If you have any questions, make sure you comment down in the comment section below. Now, how do you delete a tag? Delete a tag, we're gonna do cv.dtag. okay, now you need to just put the tag name. So if I put the tag of dude, it's gonna delete all the elements with the tag of dude. Okay, so I do get tags 1, get tags 2, there's nothing in there. Let me just add something to 2. Let me just write cool. Okay, so you know they all have different, you can add different tags, they don't have to be the same thing. So, and it will delete, as you can see, it will delete the tag from all the canvas items within the tag. So you can also do canvas.delete tag and pass in the tag or the ID you want to delete from, just like, okay, then let me compare so the guys don't get confused. And then, so let me show what I'm talking about. So the tag, now you can just like this one here, as you can see, we can use the tag or the ID to specify what we want to add to. So this way, we're going to use the ID or tag first to specify where we want to delete from. So if I want to delete from an ID of 1, okay, and I say what do I want to delete, so I want to delete hello. So this way I can delete the tag specifically. So I'm going to delete the tag hello from elements with the ID of 1. If I do this, enter, and I do cv.get tags 1, nothing is in there, get tags 2. So I can also do cv.dtag. Now instead of hello, I can do cool. I can do hello. Okay, I'm going to target hello. So all the elements that has the tag of hello, I'm going to remove cool if they also have cool. Okay, so let's imagine, okay, you know what I'm going to do, I'm going to add tag cool to 1 as well. Okay, so if I get tags 1 and get tags 2, they both have cool. But this time around, what I'm going to do here is for delete tag, I'm going to delete the elements. I'm going to target the items that have a tag of hello, but I'm going to delete those that also have the tag of cool. Okay, so if I do this, it's going to delete cool from this because this has hello. So if I do the get tag 1, this has cool. This will no longer have cool because I deleted cool from this. Okay, this doesn't have hello, so it's not going to delete the cool from it. I hope you guys understand that. And okay, let me come back here. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, then you should give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on my next epic content. Much love, guys. Peace out.